Dear American women, I'm sorry you were born as females in the West. Because of the toxic culture you've been marinated in, you will never fully appreciate just how fortunate you are to have been afforded the privileged lives you enjoy. None of this is your fault, of course. Whether you like it or not, third-wave feminism is to blame, and it has quite literally stolen any chance you have for true happiness as women. From an early age, you'll be told that you are princesses and deserve the best of everything simply because you were born with vaginas. There is some truth to this, but not for the reason you've been raised to believe. You see, you could be princesses and eventually even someone's queen, worthy of the utmost respect. The truth is, you are more valuable than men from a reproductive standpoint. But before you pump your fists, those titles and respect that comes with them and the ones you must earn. This takes time, temperance, and discipline. Unfortunately, because this has been bestowed upon you far before you've earned it, it is merely a moniker and nothing more. You were all rewarded with something you didn't work for, could not understand, and were grossly ill-equipped to mentally process. This explains why you have a strong sense of entitlement. The only time you will be treated the same as males is when you are infants. You will be coddled and nurtured as you should be. You will be the center of attention wherever you're taken because of your innocence and representation of new life. You will start to notice a change in the way you're treated compared to boys when you become toddlers. While the boys are taught to share, you will be taught that all you need to do is ask for something and that it will be given to you because you are a girl, and that means you deserve what you want. If you do not get what you want, you are indirectly taught to up the intensity of your request by crying or throwing a tantrum until you get it. This trait will stick with you for decades to come, and you will turn into overgrown children, which is far from attractive or cute. You will also begin to notice that boys are punished more than you are. While your teachers and parents sugarcoat or explain away your bratty temperaments, the boys are often sent to the corner and told that there is no excuse for their reckless behavior. At some point, they are given special medicine to tamp down their energy. This tells you that they are inherently flawed, which will inflate your false sense of superiority over males. I'm sorry that the depreciation of your value as a female begins in earnest at such a young age when you reach high school, and for some of you even middle school. Your insufferable behavior continues to be rewarded, and your need for attention has become a full-blown addiction. Like a heroin addict, you'll do anything to get your attention fixed to validate yourself, not the least of which is giving away your most valuable asset, your virginity. For the moment you relinquish your flower to a male other than your husband, your expiration date quickly moves ever closer to your windshield and will soon be in your rearview mirror, which objects are not closer than they appear. I'm sorry for having to break the news to you that college is the worst thing that can happen to you as a woman. The endless drinking, partying, sex romps with hordes of male, spring breaks, and continued deprogramming of your biological hard drive, while fun and exciting, accelerate your depreciation in value. You will think you're well on your way to becoming a strong and independent woman who has it all, but this is not what is happening to you. Everything around you tells you that college is the path to true happiness, but you will later come to realize that campus life has damaged you far beyond repair, and unfortunately you will have this epiphany much too late. So now you're in your early 20s. You've got your degree in women's studies, the world is your oyster, and your best days are ahead of you. You're not even thinking about marriage at this point, and why should you? You've got plenty of time to keep the party going, so there's no rush to lock a man down and have a family. Men will always be around, so you'll walk down the aisle with your soulmate when you're damn good and ready. In the meantime, you'll continue to drink and sleep around until you get it out of your system before you settle down. After all, the strong and powerful women in sitcoms, movies, and reality shows put off marriage and children to have fun, and they have it all, so why not you too? I'm sorry to tell you that the answer is an emphatic no. Time passes quickly, and before you know it, you're pushing 30. You've had a few relationships, some heartbreak, plenty of drama because it was totally his fault you cheated on him, and maybe an abortion or two. Your breasts are beginning to sag, you put on a few extra pounds, and your skin doesn't glow like it once did in your teens and 20s. Oh sure, you're still getting attention from men, but you're not quite as attractive as you used to be. Your friends will tell you you're as hot as ever and that you're aging like a fine wine. But the lack of attention from the men that used to make your vagina buzz like a beehive in your college days is a grim reminder that you're being lied to. Oh sure, But you are far from a bottle of Dom Perignon. You're more like a gallon of milk. You still look drinkable within your container. Push-up bras, butt-padded jeans, and makeup helping your cause. But your smell and texture betray you when you're opened, and for that I am truly sorry. I'm sorry that you aren't as physically viable as a long-term partner. The good news, however, is that you'll still be considered for one-night stands. Rouge has stated in the past that the wall is softer than we think. He says that no matter how many cocks your semen-stained vaginas have been penetrated by, there will always be a man available to rescue you from your bad decisions and save you from spinsterdom. I'm sorry to tell you, ladies, that he is only half right. Yes, there will be plenty of thirsty men who will put a ring on it, put a couple of kids in you, and give you the white picket suburban life you think you're entitled to. But the men willing to forgive your past transgressions are far from the ones you dreamed of ending up with in your Disney and rom-com fantasies. You see, what you didn't realize while you were getting plowed through your teens and 20s is that the more men you share your bodies with, the less able you are to sexually pair bond with your husband, or any other male for that matter. This leads to dissatisfaction with the life you didn't deserve in the first place, and inevitably leads to divorce. Oh, it's not that bad. You'll laugh it up with your friends about how you nabbed the kids and half of his money. You'll parade your tattooed flavor of the week and brag about the headboard-rattling sex you have with the kids at their pathetic fathers for the weekend. But after discovering that being a single mother is neither as glamorous nor as marketable as you once thought, you'll become bitter and blame everyone but yourselves. Then one day you'll wake up at 38 and wonder where all the time has gone and why you don't have what you deserve. At this point, your lives are effectively over, and for that I am truly sorry. You can tell yourselves you don't need a man, or that there are other things that can give you fulfillment, but your biological makeup tells you otherwise. You know full well that the only thing that will make you truly happy is to belong to a man who loves and takes care of you. You'll hold out hope that the man of your dreams is still out there, and he may very well be. Unfortunately, he views you as nothing more than a slump buster to fill his time between younger and more nubile versions of you. You got a raw deal, ladies, and I feel bad for you, because you're destined to be miserable.